This is a dark-ass forest. Then again, it is nighttime. Go figure. But yeah, I think it's just a lot of people are expecting Outriders to actually be groundbreaking or special in some way. And I think in reality, oh, I went the wrong way if I wanted to find the coast. I'm a numpty. I want to go out here. There we go. There's the coast. Didn't find a single troll this entire time. Probably for the best. Trolls are kind of annoying to fight. Later on, once I got some better gear, they'll be actually viable. Okay. So the thing we gotta look for real quick before I go anywhere. Really want to get maybe some flint. Definitely some tin. Whoops. I actually have my weapons back. There we go. Bam! Nope. That is so good. Okay. I feel like the Outriders needs a lot more mobility. Felt slow and grounded for an altered person. Yeah. I think the main issue is just it's riding on the tails of multiple other games that already exist. Which inevitably holds many games back. I was playing Voidigo, which, if you haven't heard of it, I guess I wouldn't be terribly surprised. Started playing it recently. It's very much Nuclear Throne and or Gungeon, but I find it to be more fun. Oh, it's a 2-star Grey Dwarf. I haven't run into that before. Didn't really find anything terribly interesting, but that's okay. But I was commenting while playing it that it felt great, but it's kind of one of those where I feel like it'll remain relatively unknown because Gungeon and Nuclear Throne already exist. And so I think that's going to be the biggest issue that Outriders is going to have to contend with, which is namely very solid competitors already exist in the exact same space. Which, I don't know, I feel bad for games and developers that are trying to edge into a space that is already very busy, because it's almost never a good idea. It can work. It can work well, but like, how many of you guys were really active gamers on, like, MMOs back in the WoW Killer days? Because I remember being a very active WoW player at the time, and so every time a WoW Killer would come out, me and my guild would make a quick guild on one of these WoW Killer games, play it for maybe like a week, and then switch back just because it was missing something. And so I get the feeling with games like, well, with a lot of roguelike deck builders, especially recently, it's been kind of like, we're going to be Slay the Spire, but slightly different. And sometimes it actually works really well. Like, Arcanium is pretty good, and so is Vault of the Void. But they don't do enough to really set themselves apart, which I think works against them. It's still the same. No other MMO coming out nowadays holds up to WoW. I really like Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing that off stream, just on my own, and I actually find it to be quite fantastic. It took, I think, words. It took about 3 tries to actually get into the game. I think just a matter of getting far enough in that I had the mount was what did the trick. Gosh, not a lot of tin. But then again, I think it might just be tin along Black Forest Coast, which is kind of tough. Ew, dark as shit in here. Well, I guess let's have a torch out, even though the torch does not make visibility that much easier. Oh, no room in inventory. Get out of here, arrows. I need my flint. What was that? Necktail. What else do I get rid of? Holy shit, where did I end up with all these feathers? They probably dropped from the Grey Dwarves. Damn it. Dandelion. There we go. I was gonna build a hut today, and I built a gazebo, and then I stopped. This game is a time sink and a half. Oh well, I don't really regret this. Oh, here's some. I wish I was into MMOs those days. It's too broke for WoW. It was a special time. I don't actually know if it was that good, but, like, it was certainly really interesting as a teenager, being friends with a trucker, an accountant, a bank teller. I'm trying to remember what the last guy was. But effectively, like, my best friends were, or best friends in late high school were people I'd never met before, had no idea what their real names were, and we just hop on and play for a while. Oh yeah, there was another high schooler who was about my age. And, like, it was great, because there was no expectations. It was just kind of, we were all there for the game, and for each other. And so it made it really interesting in a way that, like, I don't think most other games have captured. I think the closest I could bring up is actually the YouTube groups that I've been in over the years. That, like, many of us are into, I guess, are working together, partly because, yeah, we like each other as just, you know, people, co-commentators, and co-op partners. And then obviously we're also working together on our own channels, which, you know, kind of incentivizes and poisons things a little bit. For better or worse. But it's a very similar overall feeling. And most of your Old Republic guild were retired military guys. That sounds cool. Here's all the tin that I need. That experience when I was playing Minecraft Factions back in 2012. I know nothing about that. I've never even heard of Minecraft Factions. Then again, I have next to no functional knowledge of Minecraft in general. Like, I'll play it, but that game just kind of disappears from my brain as soon as I'm done. It's good stuff, I'm sure, but... My spear is not in the right slot. I love how all you have to do to just break the AI is just run in a circle for a bit. They just can't handle it. That bird just disappeared into the ground. Of course it would. I'm not finding a whole lot of the flint that I was kind of hoping I could grab. I guess I need to actually go into the water to get it. That sucks. Because I think I need a ton of this stuff. Okay, let's actually put some effort into collecting some. I was just hoping I could get it along the coastline. Or find another river where it was plentiful. Hey guys, I think I hear Shell prepping the pizza. Hell yeah. Oh, more tin. Oops. Let's see. Another tin deposit. I thought I heard something scooting around back in the background, but I guess no dice. Oh, that's okay. Give me that sweet tin. We're gonna have to go get some copper. I think I've only got like 15 copper sitting around. Not the most useful thing. Inventory, I might not actually be able to hold those. Oh well. Either they'll stick around and we'll grab them when we come back next time we're in the area, or whatever. I don't really need those berries. I got 45 blueberries. I'm set. Man, what was it? How did I even get on the topic of Outriders in the first place? I brought it up, and then I've lost it. Oh well. It's weird. It's like, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. I just know I'm not going to appreciate it as much as I would like to. I think I'm just really desperate for co-op games in general, but a good looter shooter. Oh, right, that's what I was gonna talk about, is the idea of, like, what makes a looter shooter good? And I think I need to actually make, like, a YouTube post about this, like one of the big polls or like a data gathering thing. Just to hear what people say about, like, yeah, what does make a looter shooter good? Is it playing with other people? Is it the variety of weapons? Is it just the bright shinies? Because the thing that always kills it for me is there's a certain point in every looter shooter where the curtain almost is kind of pulled back, and I realize that, like... Is that a tin deposit? No. The curtain is pulled back, and I realize that I've seen all that there is to see in terms of variety, and then everything else after this point is just pure grind. And that for me to continue to eke enjoyment out of whatever the game is, be it Borderlands, be it Destiny, I'm gonna have to just grind and grind and grind for a while until I actually get the get what I'm looking for. I want Diablo 2 resurrected so badly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do we know if they have a release date for that yet? Okay, so what do we still have? A couple of necktails. Neck trophy, which I think I just magneted in from somewhere else, which is hilarious. There we go. Yeah, late summer or fall. Yeah, I gotta decide. I really want to do a series, a kind of like a one-off-ish thing with, let's upgrade the bow. I want to do a one-off thing, well, I want to do a something with a group of friends where we... Oh, bow actually goes past 3-star. Cool. I need more deer bits. Oh, shit, I'm actually pretty close to upping the stag breaker. We don't have the next crafting station, though. But that's its own thing. Let's see. But a thing with a group of friends where we effectively do Diablo... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put the arrows here. This way I can switch between my arrows super easily. Cool. But a Diablo 2 hardcore run. Okay, so these need to be on the ground. But any of the Fallout games count as a looter shooter? I would say Fallout 76 does. Not the rest of it. Because most of the Fallout games, you're not doing repetitive tasks to get progressively shinier equipment. You're doing new and interesting things, generally, with shinies as kind of a reward at the end, but aren't a focus. And obviously, like, this is definitely grounds for disagreement, and I would accept an amount of people being contrary on that one. But 70s, I think part of it is, I feel like most looter shooters are designed from the perspective of, yeah, maybe it is actually based on where I'm standing. Most looter shooters are designed as games as a service game. And I almost would argue that that is a requirement for a game to be a looter shooter. That you can't have a, You can't have a non-games as a service looter shooter just because so much of looter shooters involves repetition in some way. Okay, so I need 20 stone and only 5 Surtling cores. Oh, but I probably need 5 more for the smelter. Yep. Hey, thank you, Core Unit, for the 12-month resub. Thanks so much. Okay, let's just grab my wood. Stone. Flint. There we go. But yeah, the more I think about it, the more I would say the Fallout games just feel like very proto. I think the genre came out of games like Fallout. And, well, actually, yeah, exactly. Oh, we need the Surtling cores. What would be a good example? Well, I mean, Borderlands. Borderlands absolutely had to have drawn some influence from at least Mad Max, which is where Fallout also draws at least some amount of influence. Yeah, Wasteland. Yeah. And so they might not exactly be, like, fully linked, but there's enough of a crossover that you can't really say that they're separate. You've built a smelter. Deposit your ore in the furnace, and it'll melt away all the impurities, leaving you with a bar of refined metal to work with at the forge. You'll need coal to fuel the smelter. This can be produced by building a kiln and loading it with wood. So that's how we make charcoal. Well. Alright. The original developer of Wasteland did make... Oh, this is lovely. I'll probably have to move this around. How much of the... What am I even smelting? Oh, I'm out of things to smelt. Okay. Cool. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be just burning coal quickly. Do I have the mod that removes portal restrictions from ores? Yup. Of course, we don't have portals yet, so... Okay, how's that doing? Oh, gosh. Okay. Other thing is, I see pig. We're going to be seeing a fair bit of resources just flying into my butt from afar. But that's okay. There's pig. There we go. Hope that becomes a feature, not a mod. Well, I mean, flip side. If it stays a mod forever, but the modding scene for this game feels incredibly robust, doesn't matter. Like, to some degree... While it would be nice to be, like, a legit feature, and it would be really cool, I guess it would be more so, I almost hope the developers do the really smart thing, and, start incorporating some of the mods as, like, just full features. There are only a couple of games that I know of that have ever done that, and whenever they do, I am the happiest camper to see the recognition of the modding crew, like, their hard work being incorporated as, like, actual features. Personally, I think the easiest way to do it would actually be to have, like, a higher tier portal or something that does not have the restrictions. Okay. But yeah, seeing as we're just sitting here and Hakuna Matata is just playing on loop in my head endlessly, what makes a looter shooter good for you guys? Or let's open it up a little bit. Just kind of looter blank game. So Diablo, very much a looter blank. Destiny, Outriders. I'm trying to think of other like easy examples because you kind of have to limit it down a little bit. But at the same time, it's such a broad genre because it's mostly just based around kleptoing as many crazy good items. If friends make all the difference. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't think I've ever intentionally played, I've never intentionally played Borderlands, for example, solo. Dragon Age. Yeah, see, I wouldn't say Dragon Age is one, because the loot is not the focus of Dragon Age. The story very much was. Let's see, the ore restriction makes the highest tier boat very, very much worth it. That makes sense. Build variety and cool shinies. Warframe is an example for build variety. Warframe's interesting. I think the only thing that really killed me on Warframe was just perpetually just how long it took to get anything done. Because I adore that game. It's so good. It's just like, holy shit, I do not have 10,000 years to grind for the next prime frame or new frame. Mixed feelings about mods becoming core features for games. Like, if a developer decides that a mod's a good idea and decides to include it, I feel like the modder should be fairly compensated. I'm mixed on that one. I think, to some degree, there should be the recognition. However, you have to realize that, like, it is the developer's game, and, like, some features, like, what's a good example? Well, I mean, honestly, even just being able to change these config settings from Valheim Plus. It's like, that's not even something that the mod did. The mod just gave access to it. And so it's kind of like, it would be hard for the developers to, or it would be hard for the modder to say, like, but I did that, when the developers are like, when they, you know, add server settings or something like that. Because very real possibility that that's exactly how this is going to go. That eventually you'll be able to really customize the nitty-gritty settings on your server. Including a whole bunch on, like, yeah, do you want loot radius or something like that? But the other thing is straight up creating the expectation that modders can ask for payment for coming up with a neat mod. The biggest fear that I could see would be modders trying to hold features that they came up with or created first over the heads of developers in a negative way. Imagine you're a developer. You've made a game early access. It's very early access. At some point, you're intending on adding multiplayer. And then somebody creates a multiplayer mod while you're very busy working on something else. And I realize multiplayer might not be the best example, but it's like if Subnautica added multiplayer in a couple of months. Or years or something like that. And then the multiplayer mod developers are like, hey, we made that. You know, we deserve credit or funding or something like that. And then it's just like, but no, we were just intending on making that originally. I don't think this is the best example, but I know there was a writer who used to support fan art of their or not fan art, fan fiction, and would like actively encourage it and support people that wrote fan fiction. And then at some point, one of the fan fictions that came out more or less was eerily similar to the book that they were writing. And there was kind of this realization that like, oh shit, I can no longer write the book that I'm writing because now I'm running into this awkward copyright hole where this fan fiction, if I more or less write the book that I wanted to write, I am now more or less copying this fan fiction of my own media. And that is kind of risky bad. Okay, we gotta go get a lot of copper. That's really risky for almost anyone, be it developers or... I'm just going to put the leather in the tin here. Be it developers or writers or whatnot, because you really do not want to have this kind of expectation that somebody can kind of create their own thing on top of your product and then turn around and ask for money for it in any way, shape, or form. Or recognition. And that I think in a perfect world it'd be totally fine, but there's enough crappy people out there that would absolutely just abuse this system that I think it would be better as kind of like the feel-good thing that, like, well, there was a really active scrap mechanic modding scene that really kept the game alive for a while. And, you know, I definitely wouldn't say, like, you know, necessarily pay those guys, but if there was a story, like, later on saying, like, hey, the scrap mechanic developers hired all of its modders as kind of, like, contract workers to expand the game out, I'd be like, yeah, that was a good decision, and I'm glad that the modders got recognition that way. But it shouldn't be expected. It should be just kind of a neat thing that happens sometimes. Because the alternative has potential for bad. It feels like a moral obligation than a legal one. And even then, it should be very much a, like, an occasional thing if the developers are doing really well. And I've heard of it a couple of times, like, well, not exactly in the same vein, but back when I was starting my channel, covered a game called Tower of Guns. Still one of my favorite roguelikes of all time. But as part of that, there was another YouTuber that was covering it fairly actively, as, you know, as much as I was at the time, and I was very big on... I was very big on playing it. And so, in the aftermath of it, the developer actually hired the other YouTuber as a level designer for Mother Gunship. And then also for the 3 out of 10 game that they played. Or that they made. Oh, God! I'm to find out if trolls swim. This is active bad. Okay, we're good. I still might drown. I see, I start taking damage. I'm dead. Nope, I'm not dead. Holy shit. Top 10 escapes of my lifetime. Bad time for a neck to show up. I will absolutely just torch this sucker. I don't even care. I'm not even really trying to conserve ammo here. Okay, now if I can get up to like 40 HP, I might try and parry this sucker, but... very mixed feelings there. If I can torch the grayling. There we go. Ow. Rudeness. Damn it. Okay, troll is still following me. He is very confounded by trees. Okay, I see him in the background. It got very dark. All of a sudden. It's like actually impressively dark. That tree did more damage to me than the troll did in the end. Yeah, so I can't quite parry trolls yet. I don't have enough defense. But I got close. God damn it. The amount of dudes just piling out of the forest here to... Holy shit. Alright, I'm leaving. Screw this. Is even... Oh, no. That's not their eyes. Okay. What the hell? Oh, yeah, it's massive amounts of cloud cover. Go figure. It's eerie and awesome. It is eerie and awesome. It's also a giant pain in the ass. Having to clear a troll. And then all of these gray doors was not necessarily in the plan for today. Did he miss with the poison? I think he might have. Whew. Yeah, you can parry trolls once you get a level 3 shield. I think I'm still stuck at level 2 because I haven't found a whole lot of pigs lately. Holy shit, I cannot see anything. I was gonna go mining. I found tin. I didn't want tin. Let's go back. I mean, we killed the troll, and yeah, you absolutely can parry them. Their tail is incredibly easy to see. It's mainly just the risks. See any more ring fit tonight? No. Do not ring fit me multiple days in sequence. I will refuse. That is actually just unhealthy. I would love to get fitter, but back-to-back fitness days is not good for me. Well, that worked out, though. I was expecting to die the moment I was in the water. But we are fine. Yeah, 3 days a week at most. Honestly, let the muscles heal. Like, I think if I was running daily, I could work with that sort of thing, but, like, actual muscle training? Nuh-uh. Also, thank you, Kira Backwards, for the 21-month resub. If the actual developers copy the feature a modder made, then probably not. Okay. I mean, like, AAA companies that produce pretty much totally unfinished and buggy shit on release day. I think trying to go back to this topic is going to get messy. Because I'm missing the context for a lot of what people are saying. I don't even really want to talk too much about AAA. It's interesting. Gosh. Maybe I should actually just kind of talk about... Well, I don't know. I gotta start working on this other content that I want to work on. Because I'd really like to sit in and talk about the Anthem shutdown. Or, I don't think it's been shut down yet. It's just been, like, further development has been cancelled. But that EA might have actually got the message to some degree that people don't actually want games as a service garbage. That, like, games as a service existed for a bit, and I think did really well for a couple of companies, and then it's immediately just dying. Yeah, cancelled and likely to shut down soon. I almost feel like I should sit down and record the game. Just be like, before Anthem dies, let's play through the entirety of it. It's probably not worth it, but it would be cool. If you're looking for long-term online games, you're generally only going to find them from AA devs. AAA will generally go for a few years, then abandon it. Yup. Yeah, if you want to support a, like, long-term online game, Anthem, or not Anthem, sorry, Warframe, that other one. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Warframe, Path of Exile, Japanese companies, I feel like, Japanese and Korean companies have a different culture about this, so there might be more of a chance that it'll actually stick around. How much copper did I end up with? None? I've just been mining... Oh, god damn it. Have I just been mining stone this entire time? Is there not a single bit of copper in my inventory? No, there it is. 18. Okay. That's not as good as I was hoping for, but I'll grab it. Mining while full. Shit happens, and my inventory... It's like I pick up a dandelion from nowhere. It's probably one of the Grey Dwarves had it, so I had a reasonably empty inventory when I started this journey. And then I got ganked twice. And then it's just like, well, the inventory space, that ain't happening. Have enough space for leather scraps? Yeah. Not much, but I do. Okay, well, let's go home. I didn't build a single hut today, and I feel kind of grumpy about that. I built a gazebo. I'll take the gazebo. But I will say, modding this game actually made it a lot better. And it was already fantastic, but honestly, getting rid of the stamina system and making it so I can just zip around like Speedman. Pretty choice. Will you leave me alone? I'm doing shit here. I have other things I want to do today. Where did I even get all these skeleton trophies? To my knowledge, I didn't kill a single skeleton. What happened? I don't know. I just noticed you got rid of stamina. There's a couple of things that that still cost me stamina because I didn't feel like removing it, but like game feel wise, almost nothing has changed except for the fact that I can sprint perpetually and don't have to worry about like, oh, you hit an enemy too many times, you're out of stamina. It's like just not a problem for me. This is probably borderline unwatchable. I apologize. I should not do this stuff at night. Anywho. But yeah, Outriders is a AA title. Published by Square Enix, but made by, well, maybe not. It's published by Square Enix, and it's made by people that made Bulletstorm and Gears of War, so maybe not. I don't really know how to judge it. It feels like a AA game. That's my issue. I like the food system, how different foods give different amounts of health and stamina, but infinite sprint sounds nice. I like it for the health. It gets inconvenient with the stamina, mainly just because, like, I want to get other things done. Okay, well, I've got enough metal, well, I've got enough bronze to maybe make some things. What can I make? This has got to be the long spear. There's the axe that I was looking for. Cultivator, bronze helmet. I think what I'm going to do is probably just roll spear, buckler, and then the axe. And then rush iron next time we play.